Hey guys, and welcome to another video. I'm again with Dawnrim.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, and Dawnrim agreed to help me a little bit today. As you can see, today we're doing a little training. The background of this is that I made a best out of 5. With Dawnrim, we fought on 5 maps, and I could only win one of those games, which was the first game on Black Forest. And the reason of that is that Dawnrim had much better timings than me. I think if I can get to my late game composition, I have a very decent chance of winning versus Dawnrim, like I've shown on Black Forest. But when your opponent is, of course, 2 minutes before you to castle age, or immediately castle drops you and plays very aggressive, and you're from the start basically in the worst position, it's of course very hard to win this. And so Dawnrim wanted to teach me today his build order that he also used in the arena game that we played together. And this will basically be a pretty fast build order into castle age and into a pretty fast castle drop. Yeah. But having been said, can we start into the game, or is there anything you want to say before we start?
Maybe a little bit of an intro to what I'm thinking here and what the priorities are.
Okay.
Because that's kind of important to keep in mind. So the most important thing is to get the castle age first, right? Or to get the castle age as soon as possible. But an important number 2 is that you want to get to castle age with as much resources as possible in the bank, so that you can do things. So there are a couple of things I want to make sure happens. I obviously don't want TC idle time. That's kind of a given.
Mm-hmm.
I want as little villager idle time as possible. I want the villagers to work as efficiently as possible. And I want to take my resources as efficiently as possible, in the sense that I want to minimize rot on the animals. And specifically, I want to get to castle age without building a single farm.
Okay, interesting. Okay. We start now? One sec, sorry. Start now. Yeah, last days I had a very hoarse voice. Today it's a little bit better, but it's still not perfect. But I think for the video it should be okay. Okay, versus students, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's a natural. Okay, so
sorry, I thought I was doing.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Let's restart it.
I mean, you can also do things, and I just watch. It's okay.
No, let's restart it quickly. You can cut, right?
Yeah, it's okay. Make a shortcut, and then we are back in the lobby. Actually, I don't even have to cut, I think.
Sorry, I misunderstood the.
So you're going to do things, or and I'm just watching, or
no? But if you're doing things, I think I have to run through a few things, so that it's not too much to digest while you're playing. Like a few steps into it. If you see what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's pretty standard to build, obviously, but I watched your game on Arena that you played against me.
Yeah.
And a couple of things that I would do differently is try to only eat one animal at a time, at max 2.
Mm-hmm.
Do not take straggler trees, because that's too much walking. You build lumber camp right away with the, what is it, 7th villager. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. It's the animals that is the big thing. If you have too many animals rotting, you don't have enough food to avoid farms. And then you have to build farms, and then that slows you down.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, there, okay.
Yep.
Okay, so you grab the reins here.
Emrin
Usta.
Usta.
So, sheep.
Evet. Usta. Seyis.
Efendim. Usta. Seyis.
You can already tell me what to do next. It's okay.
Okay. So obviously go to that sheep first. Make sure the next sheep or the other sheeps that you use sit away from the edge of the structure of the TC. Because when they're that close, you won't fit enough villagers around them. So, like leave them further away from the actual little house in the top corner of the TC area. Okay, so now just like a normal Arabia build order, the next villager now goes to wood. Makes a wood camp.
Okay.
Hazır.
And remember to queue villagers all the time, obviously. Yep.
Tamam.
And here's the thing I do. I build 2 houses with the next wood villager that comes out.
2 houses, okay.
Because that gives me 25 pop right away, and I don't have to deal with villagers and houses later when I'm dealing with pushing deer.
Usta. Oduncu.
Okay, should I start pushing deer already or?
Yeah.
Too early? Okay.
Just give it a start pushing.
That's my idle time on PC, but I guess it's okay.
Emret.
Yaparım. Avcı.
Nice. Okay. And now make sure that when those guys finish that sheep, that they help out with the ibex instead of taking another sheep. We want to try to save those sheep for later.
Seyis. Avcı.
Or
Okay.
sheep. And then just take down the next ibex when he comes in. That's fine. Q-Vills.
Yep.
Emrin. Avcı.
Nice. Sometimes you have to force drop here. Don't take loom.
Avcı.
Don't take loom. Because you don't need loom,
Yeah.
and then you have less roll for later. Do you have the automatic force drop button, Q?
I've assigned to it, which was standard, I guess.
Efendim.
Avcı.
It is very nice for this, so
Yeah.
that is worth having. Now you probably want to go get the boar, so that you don't run out of.
Okay.
Out of food.
Is there a second one over here? Because I see one is here, and where's the other
Two
one?
they're both in the bottom, in the south.
Here's another
one
one.
by
Okay,
the
okay.
woodline.
Yeah, yeah.
You got Q villagers. And
Yeah,
send
so
one of
usually
your
they
hunters.
always queue villagers. Today it's a little bit weird. Maybe.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. I know. You never play well when you train. Okay, so now go to sheep. Go to sheep. You can't have all these idols, so just go to sheep.
Evet. Seyis.
And just change when the boar comes in.
Yaparım. Avcı.
Yeah.
Oduncu. Evet.
Okay, you can set your scout on auto scout at this point because you have found everything. I believe you have all your sheep.
Yeah.
I think.
Evet.
Yeah.
Doğru. Efendim.
Emrin. Yaparım.
Oh, don't tell me the scout. Okay. Okay. I was already for a second like the scout has killed the boar, which would have been really, really shitty.
Yeah.
Okay, I just auto scout with a scout. One sec, where's auto scout? Attack move, no attack, auto scout. Okay. You don't want me to use the scout to lure in with the second boar?
Oh yeah. Is there more? Oh no, boar. No, I don't. On this map, you need the scout HP for fighting later, so I don't think it's worth you doing that.
No, I didn't mean luring like that. I meant like protecting the villager.
Emret. Evet.
So I don't lose the villager, but yeah, I can try without the scout. It's okay, I guess.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that far away.
Evet.
Okay, how about the
yaparım.
farm?
Avcı. Doğru.
No farms.
I
You go to berries.
mill. Yeah.
Yes.
How about the mill right now?
Doğru.
You can make a mill now. Yep.
Efendim.
Emrin. Tamam. Avcı.
Yeah.
And then you're almost on 20
Hazır.
pop. Yeah. So we go up on 20. You can go up on 22 pops.
Okay.
So the 2 next go to gold.
Which one do we take? This one or this one?
It doesn't matter that much, but you should take the biggest one.
Usta. Hazır.
Watch out for idols on
Efendim, avcı. Reis.
the board people.
Efendim. Usta. Emrin siz. Siz.
Okay, so we
Actually,
go
I wanted
up.
to click the
Just
cheat,
do the
but
up.
doesn't matter. Say again?
Go up the village. You want to build a mining camp one tile away from your gold. So
Yeah,
that
it
you can
was
stand
it was a
in
misclick, sorry.
between. Okay. All good. Okay,
Yeah.
and now there were only 3 deer here, so this might be a little tight. But you sent just the whole shebang to food to berries at this point. All the idle villagers at TC, send them to
Evet,
food.
doğru.
Hazır.
And then
Yaparım.
those
Reis.
3 from the board can probably go to wood.
Evet.
Doğru. Reis.
To be sure you
Reis.
have the... those can take straggler tree actually.
Okay.
So with the walking.
Evet.
Avcı. Oduncu.
Should I build a new house already?
You
That's-
can, yeah.
Yeah.
You
Efendim?
don't strictly need it, but you can.
With which
Oh,
villager? Berry, gold, or wood?
I'll take wood.
Evet.
You're gonna have...
usta, usta.
actually, you'll have more
Oduncu.
wood than you need here. Send 3 more from those straggler tree people over to the berries.
Three,
You only
okay.
need
Evet, doğru.
Yeah.
325 wood for your village buildings.
Okay.
So that's your goal here. You almost have it already.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 villager now builds a blacksmith and 2 build a market. And then Q2 villagers who are done that. That's good.
Usta.
Yeah.
Hazır. Seyiz. Tamam. Usta.
Yes.
Usta. Seyiz.
Nice. And you see now you have your 200 gold. You have a little bit extra, but remember your Turks. So normally you would probably be at like 190 at this point.
Yeah. Something in that ballpark. Shall I already start stone mining? Over castle?
You can the moment you click Passlage, but make sure you have the resources to get up.
Shall I research loom now to castle drop and to get some more food?
Yeah, you can do loom at this point because you have so much gold. Yeah,
Yeah, I would send these guys to stone already.
yeah, you can do that. You're gonna have the food, so.
Yeah, my thinking was also if I send them back, it's sort of walking time for them, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense. You can send them back.
Here, exactly 800 and a little bit extra gold, but yeah.
That's perfect. And now I
That's
can.
essentially-
Sorry, say again.
Yeah, so now you can transfer to stone from the berries, right?
Okay. So let me take 9 of those dudes. We can go to a stone.
Madenci.
I can have the stone upgrade, I guess. Stone mining upgrade.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. I don't think I normally do that, but it might actually be a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure enough stone comes in.
Okay. There's 2 things going through my mind. One thing is I will need fletching probably for my castle, and the other is long-term food income, so that my TC doesn't go idle.
Yeah. So at this point, you can start queuing farms. Now, I think maybe for the castle drop, maybe 24 pop-up is better.
Okay.
Evet.
Um,
Yaparım.
But
Efendim? Usta.
I think I can send those gold miners to wood because I need a lot of wood right now.
Hazır.
Doğru. Yaparım.
you can also sell some gold in the situation if you're running out of food when you have extra like this. So the market is your friend.
Yeah.
Emrin?
Emrin. Doğru. Usta.
Yeah, now you can probably start walking with some builds that you want to build the castle with.
Evet. Yaparım.
Um,
On my
Yaparım.
way.
maybe take a few from wood or something like that.
Efendim.
You can even buy the stone
Evet,
that you need
doğru.
for a
Yeah.
good timing.
Hazır. Madenci. Emrin. Doğru. Tamam.
He is missing.
Efendim?
3 are missing.
Evet. Madenci.
So now.
There you
Efendim.
go.
Usta.
Emrin. Yaparım. Usta.
We can make a new
Doğru.
house.
Usta. Oduncu.
Hazır. Tamam. Yaparım. Usta.
For me, I would just play normally, but you can of course still buy some food. You can of course still give me some advice. I think buying food was the right move right now. Hello, why are you not working? So,
Yeah, especially with Turks. It's nice to just spend that extra gold.
yeah.
If you get to... normally,
Hazır.
I try to
Usta.
get at least 6 farms built on the way up to Castle Edge.
Okay.
So like you said, to have that
Emre.
steady food income.
Yeah.
Usta.
Hello, what's happening? Are you still here? Can you hear me? Hello? Probably disconnected. Lost connection. Awesome. Don't we all love it?
More voice?
Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello? I hear you.
My Wi-Fi disconnected again for a moment.
Yaparım.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if it happens again, you can just take care of the villagers and so on. Oops, let's try again.
Okay.
Game
That was
paused.
strange. I heard you.
Okay. You heard me, but I couldn't hear you. It's interesting.
Yeah, so now
Free?
I don't really have a build order any further than this.
Yeah.
But obviously now you can start making Janissaries and
Doğru.
maybe some monks and even a TC resources for now. So the sky's the limit here.
Tamam. Yaparım. Usta.
Can you still hear me? Hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, because it didn't the game again didn't really work as intended. So I can research horse color now, and I think I can also have double bit X. It was actually interesting that you didn't research double bit X, because usually I always do this. Like Hera in his videos, he always says research double bit X first thing first in feudal age. So
Yeah,
it's
I
a normal-
actually
okay.
I did forget that. I would normally have done that.
Okay. Yeah, yours was all very tight. I had the feeling that it was intended not to have double bit X. So usually you would do it with double bit X normally.
Emre.
Yeah,
Tamam.
in this particular situation, maybe it was a good thing to not do it because we
Yeah.
had exactly enough for the castle. But yeah, normally I would pick up those two on the way
Okay.
up to Castle Edge.
On the way up. Okay.
Yeah. Not in Feudal Age. That doesn't work. Then you're not gonna get the Castle
speed,
Edge.
yeah.
Emrin.
We have a lot of
Hazır.
wood. I think we can invest in some more farms. And I think with Turks, Janissary is probably the best option in Castle Age.
Evet. Usta.
Yeah, I think so.
Evet, tamam.
Yeah, theoretically I could drop a second castle with Janissaries behind. I think that would probably be the best play also versus a human player.
Hazır ol. Tamam yaparım.
Yap.
Tamam yaparım. Emret. Tamam.
Ah,
Evet.
okay.
Saldır.
Someone is making
Emret yaparım.
rams over here.
Evet, ileri. Hazır ol. Tamam yaparım. Evet, tamam yaparım. Allah
Yeah, let's
Emre.
can be killed with
Yaparım.
villagers.
Usta.
When you have villagers forward,
Tamam yaparım. Evet.
not a problem.
Yeah, all the scout just kills.
Emret. Tamam. Evet, saldır.
But yeah, I like the idea of that second castle.
Hazır
That'll
ol.
probably be a game winner, especially against the AI.
Yaparım.
Yeah, especially in what? Say again?
Emret.
Especially against the AI.
Hazır ol. Yaparım. Evet, ileri.
Yeah.
I think it will know how to deal with it. And it will obviously be difficult for humans as well.
Hazır. Yaparım. Usta.
Emret. Allah Allah.
You can build that even further forward, I think. You're
Okay.
covered by your
Hazır.
Janissaries.
Emret. Evet.
Some place where you
The
can...
question is just where, because there's a stupid tree here. Can I put a castle
Yeah.
in between? No,
Evet.
that's not possible.
Hazır ol.
Efendim yaparım.
Maybe to the south somewhere. I just I like the idea of being able to
Emrin.
target this
Yaparım
TC
usta. Hazır.
Hazır. Yaparım. Usta.
Emret. İleri.
because then you force him
Did you
to build
turn
a
the
second.
automatic? Yeah, you turned off the automatic farm upgrade, I think.
Evet. Tamam. Evet. Usta.
Ah,
Yeah, I don't see where the place
Ah,
now. I will
interesting.
just make it there.
Evet, saldır.
Evet. Tamam usta.
I think we can. Can we add more TCs now? What would you say?
Yep, for sure. Unless you are aiming for fast imp,
Doğru. Usta.
like a fast as possible.
No, I will more do more castle edge action with Shinigami, I think.
Hazır ol.
Yeah.
Yaparım.
Hazır. Tamam. Yaparım usta.
Evet. Emret. Hazır ol. Emret. Evet. Saldır.
Let's get Fletcher here.
Emrin. Tamam. Yaparım. Hazır. Doğru. Usta.
Emret. Doğru. Oduncu.
Hazır ol. Hazır ol. Evet. İleri.
Evet. Tamirci.
Emret. Evet. Hazır ol. Tamam. Emret.
Yeah, coming in.
Yaparım. Hazır ol. Evet. Tamam. Emret. Yaparım. Hazır ol. Yaparım. Evet. Tamam. Emret. Yaparım. Evet. Emret.
I think these villagers can go back to gold,
Hazır ol. Yaparım.
make more Shinigami.
Evet. Hazır ol. Yaparım. Emret. Yaparım. Tamam. Evet. Yaparım. Hazır ol. Yaparım. Emret. Evet. Yaparım. Tamam. Hazır ol. Emret. Yaparım. Yaparım. Hazır ol.
Oh, he's making 3 TCs.
Evet.
Do you see this?
Allah Allah.
Yeah,
Emret. Yaparım. Tamam. Evet. Yaparım.
I don't think that's the right move here.
Tamam.
No. Yeah, but that's usually what AI is just doing. AI is just booming all the time.
Yeah.
Hazır ol. Yaparım. Evet. Tamam. Yaparım.
Yeah, but I think at this point with AI, it's of course very easy because the AI is very predictable,
Hazır ol. Tamam.
which makes it always easy in a strategy game.
Emret.
Next thing could be, of course, getting the relics, I think.
Evet.
Which is, especially with Turks, pretty important. But why can I actually talk to you on Discord, which means that I have connection, but the game says that I disconnected. This is really weird. I only have this in Age. In other games, this does not happen. One sec, I will switch my Wi-Fi back from my Fritzbox to my router again.
Emret. Yaparım. Hazır ol.
Okay. Just theoretically, I think we can still discuss this. What would you be your play versus a human player now? Just imping and then traps, or more pushing in Castle Age?
Hazır ol.
I think at this point I would try to get the imp as soon as possible because the human reaction here would be a defensive castle.
Yeah.
And try to get the imp as soon as possible, right? That's the only way out of this for him. So you'll have to try to counter his only win condition here.
Yeah.
Evet.
And also you don't even need trebs, right? You just build one siege workshop and then you get bombard cannons.
Hazır ol. Tamam.
Yeah,
Evet.
true.
Really hard for him to deal with.
Hazır ol. Tamam. Evet. Hazır ol. Emret.
So maybe 2 TC. Now obviously you are booming on 3, which it is an option.
Yeah.
And it will give you a big advantage.
Evet. Hazır ol.
But then you might
Emret. Tamam.
get your castles pushed back. That's not the end of the world though, right? You'll still be in a great position.
Evet. Yaparım.
You have a way bigger eco than him.
Yeah.
But you probably won't end the game
Evet. Yaparım.
in
Hazır ol.
the
Allah
next
Allah.
10 minutes then. So if that's your goal, you probably want imp.
Emret.
It just depends how you want to play the game.
Evet.
But obviously you like late game, so for you, booming imp behind this might be what you want
Yeah,
to
but
do.
I like late game because in late game I'm usually doing much better than in early game because I have my final compositions.
Evet.
But I don't have anything against winning earlier as well. It's okay.
Hazır.
So
Usta.
let's make a siege workshop. Let's make a monastery.
Usta. Madenci.
Usta.
Hazır ol. Tamam. Yaparım. Evet. Yaparım. Hazır ol. Tamam. Yaparım. Tamam. Yaparım. Evet. İleri. Emret. Tamam. Hazır ol.
It's really sick how the Geniswiz can basically shoot down anything.
Yeah.
Evet. Tamam. Yaparım. Emret. Tamam. Yaparım. Hazır ol. Tamam. Evet. Yaparım.
Yeah, I think I should be able to finish this in the next like 3-4 minutes. I think this long we can still wait for this.
İleri. Emret.
If it's okay with you, we can make a second run, like optimized one, because now I know what you're going for, and with less idle time on the TC and so on.
Emret.
Yep.
Or we can pick another Civ and just see if it works with another Civ as well.
Yeah, this should work with any Sith.
Yaparım.
You're not
Evet.
dependent on any.
Hazır
It
ol,
works
tamam,
with
yaparım.
only
Emret,
3 deer
tamam.
versus
Hazır ol,
4.
yaparım.
Sometimes you get 4 deer, then
Evet.
it's significantly easier.
Evet.
And it should also
Evet,
work with
tamam,
any Sith.
yaparım. Hazır ol.
Ja.
Tamam. Emret, yaparım. Tamam. Hazır ol. Yaparım. Tamam. Yaparım, yaparım. Emret, tamam. Yaparım. Evet, ileri. Hazır ol. Evet. Emret, tamam, yaparım.
Wer ist our Scout? It's in the castle, okay. Was already wondering. Our Scout is a Hassa now. Hassa.
Hazır ol. Tamam. Yaparım. Evet. Allah Allah. Emret. Tamam. Yaparım.
Let's get a new cannon.
Hazır ol. Tamam. Yaparım.
Evet. Tamam. Tamam.
Oh, villagers over here that I can pick.
Hazır ol. Tamam. Yaparım. Evet. Hazır ol. Tamam. Emret. Evet. Saldır. Hazır ol. Yaparım. Emret.
The only annoying thing about Janissaries is no ballistics.
Hazır ol. Tamam. Yaparım. Evet.
So. GG.
GG.
Good build order.
It is good to be the king.
So, it's good to be the king. Yeah, this worked pretty fine. The thing is, as I said, I always have a problem with the timings. I could have done a castle drop with my own build order, but it wouldn't have been nearly as fast. Yeah, the thing is, I should usually play it differently. I get all the sheep in and all the ibex, and then I start like going onto wood with like villager 10, 11, 12, something in that direction. So pretty much different from the normal build order. I usually do this so that I can have the food and the boars in, and then I can basically take my scouts to scout the map. So that's how I do it. But I think going to wood earlier was the better idea. It was much faster in the end. I mean, it's sometimes funny how small details in changing the what is it called? In changing the build can basically make a big difference in resources gathered over time. Okay.
Yeah. I guess there are a couple of things. Jesus, this alarm keeps going on. A couple of things going on there. One thing is if you send people to wood right away, they can just stay on wood.
Yeah.
And you don't need to do this mass migration of villagers.
Yeah.
Which is like the hallmark of how the AI does it, right? It's not super efficient. And also, if you do just a slow trickle of wood in the beginning, you have the wood for those 2 houses in the beginning, which is something I started doing a while back.
Let's rig an
and
8-inch.
I never looked back because not being housed on villager 15 is obviously extremely important.
Yeah.
And that just cuts that. It doesn't happen. But then you still have the food for the mill. When you correctly identified that, okay, what's going on now? I need a mill. And we didn't do it exactly perfectly. And it's not like I always do it perfectly when I play myself.
Mhm.
But I try to get the mill up the moment I have so many villagers around the TC that it is too many villagers to surround a deer. Because I only want 1 deer rotting at the same time, right?
Mhm.
So I need space for all the villagers. I think that's like 8 or 9 on foot. And by that time, you have the wood, if you have 3 villagers on wood from the beginning.
Okay, can we put this build order into a build that people can repeat? Like first 6 went on sheep, then we had 3 on wood, I think.
Yep.
Then some more on sheep and boar, I think, and then we went to like berries. Can you give us some numbers? Do you have the numbers in your mind, or is it?
Yeah, I that was pretty correctly. I think 6 on sheep in the beginning,
Okay.
3
Stone,
on
please.
wood, and importantly, build 2 houses by your wood line. Then I think it's 3 or 4 more. I'm not sure exactly. I kind of have to see it happen. It depends a little bit on how many deer you have too. How many? Because when you push, you usually get 2 deer in. So having 2 deer rot at the same time is almost not possible to avoid. So you can saturate 2 deer. So I guess you can go up to technically 12 on deer, but that gets kind of stressed, or what's the word? Cluttery in there.
Yep.
Too many villagers. So maybe I'd say 10. 10 is top to have under the TC working on food.
Yep.
So that would be the 14th villager then. Should go build the mill. And then you just keep sending 2 berries. That's actually how I do it. After that, I have my gather point on berries up until the 20th.
Yeah, and then villager 23 and 24 went on gold, I think. That was the
on
order.
gold, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when food runs out under the TC, they move. It depends a little bit how much rot you had, if there were 4 deer.
Yeah.
But you kind of look at your resources and think, how much do I need of wood and food to get the castle time? So you need 325 wood and obviously as much food as possible.
Yeah. But technically it was villager 22 and 23 because this was the population spots and we still had a scout. So theoretically I think we have to do -1 because there was one more unit which was not a villager.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you do the 22 pop up, it would be villager 20 and 21 then.
Okay, and also how's it written? Double bit, I think, like this. Double bit X comes when moving to Castle Age, right?
Yes. And normally when you go when you play Arabia, for instance, or pretty much any other map, you would do double bit X first. I'm not sure, maybe that is still the case here, that's what you should do, but I do horse color first.
Okay.
So that I can put down farms with horse color. Because I want, like I said earlier, I want those 6 farms around my TC while going up to Castle Edge.
Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting build order because if you watch Hera videos, Hera is always like research double bit X first, and he even like a couple of months ago he made a video why he skips horse color usually until he's Castle Age. So it's funny because you do exactly the opposite of what Hera is doing, but then again I wouldn't criticize you for it because it just worked in the last game. I mean, I was probably like 1 to 2 minutes, something like that, in that ballpark, 1 to 2 minutes faster with the castle than I would usually have been with my own build order. So I cannot really criticize it because I would have played it like Hera does, like researching double bit X and then researching horse collar like in Castle Age. But I'm still slower than you. So, but this just went through my mind, you know, yeah. You basically do the opposite of what Terra says, but it's working better than my build order that tries to incorporate what Terra is saying all the time. Okay,
when I'm thinking about it, I think when you go very aggressive like this with a castle, it's probably better to do double bit X first.
Yeah.
Because then you're just interested in max resources as soon as possible. So then horse color obviously is a very slow return tech.
I invited you 3 times. Yep. Did you receive any invitations?
Yeah, I saw it now. Sorry.
Okay. I would take a Civ which is pretty generic and doesn't have an eco bonus, like maybe Saracens, I don't know, or the Sicilians even. Sicilians have more stone. Okay, so is there actually any Civ that doesn't have any eco bonus?
I think
Megas maybe.
Brinkers, yeah.
I think Megas is probably because what do we have? Villagers kill wolf. Okay, that's not. Eco bonus, okay, forging is free, but that's not an eco bonus as well, and scout cavalry is cheaper. So we have discounts, but we don't have eco boni. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Let's take Magyars. I think Magyars is perfect then.
Yep.
Yeah, and let's see if we can repeat this. I will just try to replicate the build order that we've just practiced in the last game. But if I do something weird or if I have any questions and so on, I can ask you or you can tell me basically. And yeah, let's see if we can do this even better than in the last game.
Yep.
The only thing is with Magyars, I don't really know what to produce because I wouldn't really want to rely on what's it called? Magyar Hassa? The
Right.
game counter was cancelled. Okay, you want to say something before we start?
Yeah. I'm just thinking maybe with Magyar, the more natural play with Magyar isn't necessarily a castle forward.
Yeah.
Even though that works with any civ, you can if you want. But playing for the relics here with the extra attack on your scouts kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
So maybe we should try
usually
that.
a normal game, but then again, I wouldn't contest relics so hard. So this, yeah, I think Castle Drop makes more sense anyways. Yeah, my thinking was just this was a build order into Castle Drop, and yeah, this was kind of the purpose of it, like to incorporate the stone mining into the build. But we can also pick another civ. It doesn't really matter because with Magyars, I would just make a siege workshop and Rams or not Rams, mangonels. But we can also pick another civ.
Yeah, no, Magyars is fine. That's just a commentary on.
I mean, we can also pick like Bulgarians. That's also fine. And then also the siege makes more sense.
Certainly, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's I have a friend I play with quite a lot. When he plays arena, it's always Bulgarians.
Okay.
Krepost forward.
You mixed with Krepost. How well does Krepost actually perform? Because I think if you build like two Krepost, you invest a little bit more resources than you would invest with a castle. But I think two Krepost are dealing much more damage than a castle. I think we are pretty close, but I don't actually know. Are Krepost really decent on arena? Because I've seen some, but I don't really know if they're practical on arena, like on higher gameplay.
I don't know exactly how the tiny differences like work out. They have one less range, which is a little bit annoying.
Yeah, and one less attack.
Yeah, but it's not like you can build a castle and take down a Krepost like you can with a tower, right? So they kind of do the same thing as a castle. They deny a lot of area of enemy base.
Mm-hmm.
And paying half the price for it is pretty nice. So I would say they work pretty well. And the only thing is you don't have trebs when you fast imp.
Yeah,
That's the big problem.
Yeah, you have no traps and you have no what's it called? You have no special attacks also on the Krepost, so that's the downside.
Yeah. My buddy who plays them, he does not aim for imp at all. He goes conic, and then he builds a siege workshop behind and goes rams.
Okay.
And it's very effective. I've seen him succeed a lot of times because people build a castle to defend themselves, and then he just rushes in with rams and conics, and the castle goes down. The defensive castle goes down. Obviously, it's high risk. Like you can defend against that with petards, for instance.
Yeah.
But it works a lot of times.
So what Elo is he? Is he also like 1300, or is he better or worse than that?
No, he's like 950, something like that. So it's a little bit lower.
Yeah.
But no,
but
people still know how to play the game on that level. So.
Okay, the funny thing is, if we had Krepost in the last game, we wouldn't even have to buy stone because we had to buy 100 stone for the castle drop. The thing is, what would you say makes more sense? Like building a Krepost and then building a castle inside the base, or building a castle first and then Krepost to further advance? What do you think would make more sense?
I think if you can afford it, it makes sense to build a castle first.
Yeah.
So that when you reach Imperial Age, you have your Treb producing building further back. So
Okay.
it doesn't get taken down first.
Yeah.
But if you are in the situation where you don't have the stone for the castle,
Mhm.
I would slap down the crepost first, start breaching as soon as possible. So, as always, it depends.
That's the standard answer in Age of Empires, but it's true.
Hmm.
How do I play this? It depends. What eco upgrades are important? It depends. Yeah, it's also what Viper and Terra say all the time. It depends. Yeah, but it's you have to adapt to every situation. It's true, of course. There is no rule that always works the same. So it depends is probably the standard answer. Okay, we make a second one and try to how's it called in English? Perfectionize. What's the word?
Perfect, I think.
To perfect the build order that we just tried out in the last game. Okay. I try to replicate it, and if I do something wrong, you just tell me that I did something wrong, okay?
Yep.
Okay, let me have a sip of tea, and then we can go into the game. So, let's go. Good luck, have fun to ourselves. Oh, Malay.
Аз готов. Зиждител.
Malay are pretty strong, I think, on Arena. They are definitely one of my favorites.
Да.
Yeah, they're very good.
Приказание. Ждител. Собирател.
That would be another interesting build order, like melee elephants. Melee elephant spam.
Yeah, I don't have very good experience with them on Arena.
Okay, why's that?
The fact that there are stone walls makes it a little hard. I like that better on Arena or an open map, actually.
Okay, we have 6 on 6 on food now, 6 on sheep. Next one goes to wood, right?
Yep.
Okay, I would take this wood line where the deer are standing.
That works.
Or do you think this one's better in the south? Maybe this one's better because it's closer. Yeah, now the village is already out. Let's take this one then. Doesn't really matter, I guess. It's both like the same distance. Okay, and the next, now it's 3 villagers on wood, not 4.
And remember those 2 houses.
Yeah, and the 2 houses. Okay. And the goatsies are exploring the empty spaces. It's good.
You will?
Аз готов.
So, next villager goes on food again, right?
Yeah.
I would start pushing the deer now.
Yes.
Maybe a bit stupid to make the lumber camp here now because this will hinder me from pushing the deer, but
Yeah,
I
it's a
guess.
little enough, but I think it's fine.
what
I would
actually...
get the sheep out of the way.
Собират охотник.
A little.
What set would you actually prefer in this showdown?
I think I would prefer the melee.
Yeah, me too. The thing is, if you go siege, the Bulgarian, you always have bombard cannon, which is always a big plus.
Yeah.
And in late game you can spam like two-handed swordsman without gold. So I think both in a gold and in a no gold situation you should be better. By tech tree at least.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, we can build a mill now, I think, with the next villager. Or is it too early?
No, that's fine. But also bring in a boar, I think.
Приказания.
you're gonna run out of the meat pretty fast.
Yeah. Okay. Boar right now?
I think so,
villager?
yeah.
Yeah. This pocket is really long. Do you see this? This is super long.
Yeah. Lots of
Sometimes the
space.
pockets are
That's always
sometimes. Sorry. Sometimes the pockets are really. What? Hello? Why are you not talking?
That's strange.
Sometimes the pockets are really helpful, and sometimes the pockets are pretty much shit. The thing is, sometimes I see like YouTubers like Hera and the Viper immediately deleting the pockets, or immediately like deleting the stone walls in the pockets, like this basically. But sometimes
Yeah.
I think the stone walls are even good because you can have like a second safe space, especially if you're like humans. Because if you're humans, you can make a second TC there. So sometimes I don't understand why we are deleting the walls, because the walls are serving a purpose. And why would you delete anything that serves a purpose? Did you
I
notice
guess
this
it's that
too?
they take up space, and maybe like if they are in a situation where that wall becomes valuable, then it's already gone pretty to shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. The funny thing is just that some players, like I've seen this with the Viper especially, we immediately delete the walls, and I'm just thinking like, why would you delete the walls when there could be a purpose to them? You know? Just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But I guess if you're the Viper, you can probably do anything. Okay, I would go up to Fuel Age now with 24. And the dudes here, they can go to berries now. The dudes 1 or 13. I have 2 instructor trees. I think that's okay, probably.
Yeah, you might need a couple more on wood.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Can we wait until the boar is eaten, so we have less decay, or?
Probably, yeah.
I make again a house with the wood villager, like in the last one.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, the boar is eaten. Let's get on the strickler tree. Okay, what about the boar villagers now that are idle?
I think you need them on food.
On the berries or making farms?
Yep, berries, yeah.
Okay. Okay, I would push with Creepost this time. If it's okay. Or I make a castle maybe, and then I push with Creepost and with Siege, I think. I think that's the play with Bulgarians. Okay. Double bit X or mill upgrade? We search anything, or we just ignore?
Ignore until you've clicked up the 2 castlets.
Okay. We can
You
research
the
Loom
buildings.
again.
Sorry, building? Yeah, okay. Sorry. You want 1 more villager on the market, so that it comes up a little bit faster. You cannot do, and don't do loom, then you won't have the gold.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so we just wait for the food, right?
Yeah, you can do 1 more villager, probably. But at this point, just wait for the
Yeah, I
market.
think we can wait now. The mark is already almost built. Okay, let's go up.
Then you can go to stone, yeah, and then you can look for bit X and horse color.
Yeah, we just need the food to buy it. Which one first, double bit X or a horse
So
color?
I would do horse color, because you want to put down farms now, and if you
Yeah.
get horse color, like now you can put down farms, and then you get the extra food.
Yeah, that's good. I'm already building because in her video I got told that it's okay to research horse color while the farms are being built. It only takes into account which farms. How do I say this in English? Sorry, I sometimes don't say how to know how to say things correctly.
Yeah, it's like only. It only depends if you have it the moment the farm,
The farm is done.
finishes.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. The gold village is still on gold or on wood? I think we need more wood at this point. I would put them from gold on wood now.
Yeah, probably makes sense.
Yeah, I think I can already send some stone villagers. No, that's maybe too many.
Now you can get bit axe as well. Unless you already did now.
Yeah, send those dudes there. Get the bit axe. Yeah, I think we can do loom now. So that the villagers don't get sniped. Yeah.
I'd also build at least one more farm. We have 6 farms. So that should be enough for builds.
You need a new house.
Yep, good call.
I think now things are looking pretty decently. It's crazy that the AI is building farms in the front space of the base. Do you see this?
Yeah, I see.
Okay, a castle or crab house? We don't have stone for the castle right now.
Oh, you're very close though. You just force drop, I think you should be good. Oh, brave villager coming out.
I wasn't looking there, but interesting to see. Let's keep. Ah, shit. You have no minerals over here. There's only stone over here, but there's no gold. That's weird.
Yeah.
I think we can do a monastery.
I don't think it's gonna come into play here, but tiny detail. I would sit on the other side of the castle building it, so he can't snipe you with mangonels from inside his base.
Yeah,
Just
okay, yeah,
in
that's true.
case.
Yeah. Yeah, let's hope just that the AI doesn't have the wits to do this.
There is a gold right north of the castle. That could be a. good thing for
Should
the
be a
villagers
second
to
one
work
over
on.
here, where we are standing. Yeah.
Yeah, or that. Yeah.
I think I can do a great post there as well. Great post was just 350 stone, right? Ooh, Scout's taking me. How dare you?
Yeah, just watch for your monk. Make sure the monk doesn't.
Yeah, I put the gathering point on the monastery right now until the chronic takes care of the business. So, very nice.
Oh, you're building it there? You don't want to go inside?
I will go inside, but I just want to make my gold basically safe. Whoops.
Okay.
Yeah, there are 3 over
Now you
here.
can do a TC at home if you want.
Yeah.
Boom behind you.
Yeah, it's true. I have a lot of wood right now. With which villager? I think with the gold villagers.
I don't think it matters that much. That looks good.
Let's have a look at the base.
Also, the Castle Age wood upgrade is nice to pick up.
Yeah.
If you can afford it.
I don't have the food for it right now.
I think maybe that's worth saving for even. It's a very strong upgrade.
Yeah. Let's get the food in. Also,
Аз готов. Точа се уръб, зиждител.
Now I cannot produce of a second, you see? That's not ideal.
No, you'll need some more farms to make
Yeah.
UTC's work, but you'll get them. Oh, okay.
That was fast.
Yeah.
Let's give a monk.
I would go hard on the cavalry now, I think.
Yeah.
So you can get in there and try to do some damage.
I think I just make a siege workshop inside.
Okay. At this point, I think I would take the relics home instead of taking it to the forward monastery.
Okay.
Build another monastery at home. Because he's in him, so he could technically start trapping you, and then you would probably lose this position.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was, yeah, it's okay.
Да? Да. Правильно. Зиждител.
Loves his rams.
Hello? What's happening here? What's going on over here? This is weird.
Yeah. Oh no!
Приказание. Зиждител.
Let's kill the villagers. Let's get a farm upgrade, I think.
Аз готов. Зиждител.
Did you pull the, why do you always put the automatic farm seeding off?
I'm not.
Точно да. Да, зиждител.
I don't know what's up with that.
Who's converting over time? Always hear sounds?
It's a monk done by his siege workshop.
I think we just need imp right now.
Yeah, you could
2,
buy
3,
it.
4. Yeah, I'm already on it.
Аз готов. Зиждител.
Let's get the stone money upgrade. Maybe a second castle would make sense too.
Do you know, does the Krepost work as a castle for the Bulgarians when it comes to going up to Imp? Can you build only a Krepost?
That's a good question. I've always thought the Kreppost is like university or like monastery. Like it counts like one building.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. I cannot tell for sure. So it'll actually be an interesting thing to test in the next video.
Yeah.
You ever do a test video again? And test this.
Аз готова. Прави зиждителница. Приказания. Аз делаю. Зиждителница.
This gets Onager upgrade immediately. So we are Bulgarians. Oh.
Тот час зиждителница. Да.
Точно. Зиждител.
Knight is converting then. It's actually funny that melee didn't make any like traps or like bomber cannons to attack my castles, because that's what I would have done.
He went up the Imperial Age, but didn't really. He went up the Imperial Age just to play battering ram.
Аз готова.
Kind of questionable.
Приказания. Да.
Yeah, I haven't even seen battering rams. I think he just made some normal rams. Does he have battering ram already? I didn't see this.
Приказания.
I think battering ram is the first version.
Час зиждителница.
But yeah, I
No,
mean,
and I
I meant the-
think it's no battering. It's cap ram. Battering cap ram and siege ram. Sorry.
But yeah, he could at least upgrade them, given that he was in. Now here's the good thing about Kreposts. They fit perfectly where there used to be a TC.
It's perfect depot size.
Ooh,
Best
there's the
castle.
castle.
Зиждителница.
Аз готов. Точа. Зиждител.
Да. Аз делаю зиждителница.
Зиждител. Зиждител.
Здрав прави
Oh, let's
зиждителница.
make one there.
Аз здравей. Зиждител.
By the way, we still have a video coming up where we are testing Siege Ram versus Cap Ram with Siege Engineers. I didn't edit this yet because I didn't have the time to, but this will also come up until like the weekend, I guess, like 3-4 days. Give me 3-4 days to edit this, and then we will make another test video. Or we already made the test video, but then we'll have another test video on the channel. That's what I meant.
Yeah, that was a nice one.
Nice hit or nice test video?
I meant the video, but you have a lot of nice hits here too. I think this should be over soon.
Yeah, and Siege Onager is coming in. I think with Siege Onager, we are sealing the deal here. Okay.
Приказания. Аз готова. Аз делаю копия. Приказания. Тотчас
Аз готов.
сделаю.
Лесоръб.
Здравствуй, да, правильно, рудокоп.
Let's get siege engineers. And then we will have fully upgraded siege onagers. I wouldn't usually take into siege onagers so quickly, but with Bulgarians to save so much food kind of makes sense, I guess, especially if you have the relics in the back. Oh, we cannot research siege engineers. So, but he made it.
Nice,
It is
nice.
good to be the king.
Yeah, thanks for practicing this with me today, Dawnrim. Yeah, it worked quite nice. As you could see, with Dawnrim's build order, you are pretty fast to dropping your castle. I think the only downside, if you compare it to my build order, is that I usually go up later and I simply have more economy behind. So once I have made my castle, I usually can just simply do more things because I have the economy behind it. But as I said, today it was not about having economy and do your economy push. Today it was about hitting timings and being fast, basically. So that's what we are testing today. I didn't, of course, play this very well. As you could see, it was very passive and gave us lots of opportunities to basically invade the base and deal damage. But I think VI still has given us an idea of how to counter this possibly, which is going fast imp, because I think fast imp and researching chemistry and doing bombard cannons plus some pikes to defend versus our conics. I think this could have been the play here, like bombard cannon plus pikes with a much faster Imperial Age, because if you have a look at it, I think it was like 5 minutes difference, something like that. Yeah, even more than that. It was almost 10 minutes. Like VI was an imp 21:44, which is super fast, and took us 31 minutes. So I think this could be one of the downsides of this build order. Would you agree that fast imp into cannons would be a downside, or how would you counter your own strategy, or what would you say is the biggest problem? Because I haven't played this build order before. But you seem to have played it a lot and have some experience with it. So what would you say is the worst thing to you that can happen, or the worst counter to this strategy or this build order?
The worst counter is that you get stopped, so you can't advance. So a defensive castle, pretty much where you have your second castle, it would have been natural for him to build a castle defensively.
Yeah.
And then since he is melee, he gets Imperial Age much faster, and then he probably starts off with trebs, and pushes you back. He can add in bombard cannons later, for sure. So I don't actually think I would go forward at all against melee.
Yeah.
Quite dangerous.
What about Turks with their immediate chemistry research that they can immediately make cannons? Would it be the same situation, or would you say it's another situation because the Turks don't advance as fast as the melee do?
That's a tricky one. Maybe it's worth it with Turks, yeah.
Okay. So there are
not
certain
sure.
civs only where you would do this castle pushing, but other civs like melee, you wouldn't try it basically. So it really depends on the matchup if this strategy is viable.
Yeah. Then the question is, do I want to play late game against melee? I think I would rather play late game than risk them just fast imping me, because then late game at least you can outplay the other person. Like there's still a lot of skill that goes into late game, but if your forward is being pushed and he hasn't really lost any eco, and you have brought these villagers forward and had all that idle time without really achieving any eco damage to him, then you're way behind.
Yeah. Okay, so you would just have boomed like fast castle, 3TC boom, or what would you have done as Bulgarian versus melee on this map?
Yeah, I would probably played for the relics and boomed. Yeah. like standard, how you usually see the pros approach arena.
Yeah.
Just play for map control and boom, and behind, and then take the lead.
And when like infantry siege composition or different composition with melee? Because I think Scorpions could also be pretty good versus melee. Because we heavily go into infantry and elephants often. And Scorpion plus Pike could be a good approach, I think. I mean, if I was Romans, I would definitely play like a Scorpion Pike versus melee. But that's just me. Okay.
I like their cavalry as well. It's just to me, it's a comfort thing to have heavy cavalry. There's just so much you can do with it. Like you can raid with it, you can snipe siege with it if you need to. You can always just do a lot of base damage. So I would probably go stirrup heavy cavalry. And then when gold started to run low, switch into pikes for the big battles. Or the trash swordsman, I guess, is also an option.
Good, that was some input from a 1400 Elo player, because Dawnrim is currently at, I don't know, you should be roughly, it only shows our team, okay. I'm at 1200, but Dawnrim is like 1400 Elo, so that was some semi-pro input there. And we had, by the way, a very beautiful kill-death ratio of 113-4.
That is beautiful.
Which is pretty crazy. Yeah, VI cannot deal with stuff like that. Like, VI is halfway decent at booming, and VI is really good at spamming in late game. But VI is really bad with castles, because it often runs into castles, and it often spams rams into castles, but not like a human would do, like 5 or 6 rams in one attack. But VI rather goes like, let's send in one ram and then another one and then another one, even if there's like a main cannon already standing there. So VI does always its standard stuff, but it cannot really adapt to what the human player is doing, and VI is very often sending units into the castle fire. And also VI is not thinking like strategically, like, let's build a castle behind a castle, but just doing really weird stuff here. So it's really easy to exploit VI, especially if you come like early. Like I think with every rush, like Archer Rush, Scout Rush maybe also, but Archer Rush, Tower Rush, it's very easy to defeat VI. I think like in Feudal Age VI, Extreme VI is like 950 Elo player. It's pretty easy to win versus VI, but in late game it can be like maybe 1050, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I would even say higher actually. In Imperial Age with full economic development, I would say they're maybe 1400. They're so good at production.
Okay.
But in the earlier ages, they're sub 1000.
Yeah. No, I don't think the gap is that big. I think it's more like 950 to 1050, something like that. Because I mean, if it was like 1400 in late game, we couldn't probably beat it, or we would lose to it sometimes 1 versus 1. But I don't think I would lose to VI, even if it's fully boomed. Like, if I was in Arabia and just walling, I think I would still easily win versus VI. And if it was like 1400, I couldn't win, or at least my chances were pretty low. I mean, I've won like 2 games also versus 1400.
I think actually I would lose. I think I would lose against an expert AI if I was just given infinite resources and a fully fledged out eco. But that's because that's not what I'm good at though. So maybe it's more that I am a 950 player in late game.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think I think I have more of a strong point in late game, and it's more of a talent of mine, and not so much of yours. Like on Big Forest, I won this game, but the other ones I lost all. But I don't think you're like 1050 like in late game. It's more like still 1150, 1200, something in that ballpark. I just think in late game I play like 1400 because the funny thing is if I survive it until late game like 40-50 minutes, I win like 75-80% of the games, something like that. Yeah, but it's hard to evaluate actually. It's also actually kind of hard to evaluate a player's strength in general just going by elo, because if you have a look at my gameplay, basically all the games that are less than like 5 or 10 minutes, I win like 10%, 15% maybe, and I lose the rest. So mathematically speaking, my late game is like 250, 300 elo stronger than my early game. So it's really hard to actually, I think it's really hard to tell the exact strength of a player, because there are so many different things going into play here, different talents also that you need for different parts of the game. It's always, yeah, it's always very hard to evaluate this or to give this a number, I think, because there's simply so many options in this game. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. Also, thanks to Dawnrim for being in this video. Yeah, we planned on some. Sorry, say again.
I was just gonna say thanks for having me.
Yeah,
that was fun.
The thing is, we are planning to make more collaboration videos in the future. As I told you, we have another test video coming up. We made a test video just, I think, a week or so ago, where we were testing if converted trade units keep their gold or lose their gold. So we've tested that. If you want to check that out, you can have a look at the channel. Or if you want to, I can also put it in the video description. No problem, you can ask for it. And yeah, Dawnrim was also having a very interesting idea. He wanted to make a quiz. Do you want to say a couple of words about this, or do you think
it's inspired by some of the quiz shows that are already on YouTube, right? Masmora's trivia competitions with the pros, for instance. I enjoy those a lot.
Yeah.
And I've also done some trivia in the past in some Discord channels that I'm in, AoE related, where it's been like a question of the day, and those have been quite popular and quite fun. So kind of combining the two and creating like a showdown between you and one of your age playing buddies.
Yeah.
And it will be various categories of age related questions, and then we'll see who knows the most.
Yeah, but the thing is, we had the idea of actually making a 1 versus 2, because I have no more knowledge about the game than Dawnguard. We wanted to make this with Dawnguard together. Dawnguard is basically one of the biggest collaborators on my channel. We have a series playing in TeamSpeak. Most of his videos are in German and in like 90% of his videos there's Dawnguard, so he's like a pillar of my channel basically. He's also been very helpful with test videos and so on in the past, so we've done such things too. For instance, we have made a battle of the hand cannoneers, where we were testing hand cannoneers for over 1 hour, edited content of course. Yeah, just hand cannoneers versus different hand cannoneers in small numbers and big numbers, for instance. So we have tested stuff like that on our channel with Dawnguard. And Dawnguard would be there, but also there would be Roybird Boy or Saurab, our friend from India, who's also who also appeared in some videos on the channel before. And we wanted to make a 1 versus 2, and also we had the idea, which John didn't mention, we had the idea that we can make some age questions, like age related, how much attack bonus, what attack rate, what difference, what time does it take to build something like that. So we had the idea to have like age questions like that, but also to have some history questions which could be interesting, like age versus history basically. You probably know that Spirit of Law has a series like that, where Spirit of Law is also testing age units or age bonuses and so on. He's testing this versus reality. Does this even make sense, or how was this in history? And we had an idea of also yeah, putting some history questions there. So it's not only about the game, it's also about how things really were in history. Yeah, I just wanted to add this because yeah, this was another idea that we had there. Yeah, the thing's just Dawn gets very busy at the moment. He's studying for his university degree, and I don't think we can do this anytime soon, like the next 2 or 3 weeks, but it could be as soon as early August. So if you want to wait for like a month or so, yeah, we will do this. And I'm not sure yet. I think Dawnrim will just upload it on his channel, but I might make an own version of the thing on my channel. But anyways, if it gets up, I will make like if I don't upload it to my own channel, I will make like a sponsorship video on my channel so that you can watch this. And anyways, you can also subscribe, of course, to Dawnrim. Dawnrim has his own YouTube channel. He's usually also making some gameplay videos like I do, but he's also making best out of 5 videos, which are very fun to watch. So you can check that out. And I will also put Dawnrim's channel again in the video description if you want to check that out. And yeah, you should. So have a look there and do that. And that having been said, I think everything has been said, or do you want to say something as final words for the video?
Thanks for yet another good collaboration.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was fun to see the AI get slapped.
Okay. Yeah, as we heard it, we slapped the AI in the face today. Yeah, I hope this video was helpful for you. If you want to, you can also try out this build order on Arena. I think the next games that I will be playing, I will play this build order, or at least a build order that is very close to this one. And I think I will see for myself how well this works out versus human players. And maybe in the next video that we are making, I can give you some feedback on that. And yeah. I think we can do that. So thanks guys for watching. It would be nice if you give us a thumbs up for the effort that we put into these videos. And yeah, if there's anything going through your mind, leave it in the comment section. And if you want to see more of our content, subscribe to our channels, please. Yeah, thanks for your attention, thanks for your time, and see you soon, guys.